What's going on, guys? JFC here. We've got a pretty big overview of what promos are coming for the next like 4 weeks. We got some really big leaks today, which obviously in its own right sucks, right? In a perfect world, would we want leaks to be a thing? No, I don't think anybody would want that. But if you want to navigate the market smartly and make good decisions, you have no choice but to listen to the leaks and make sure you know all of them, are keeping up with them. And right now we got some big leaks that have been shared with us. The market right now there's not too much to talk about, really. It's mostly the same stuff that I talked about yesterday for the most part. But in terms of the long-term outlook of the market, there's actually a lot to talk about because we have a lot more information of what's to come. So we'll start with FUT scoreboard here. We'll start with these leaks because these leaks are going to come into the game sooner than the other ones we'll talk about that are more important. So we'll start with these though. We have like basically swap packs added, right? Looks like we've got 381 plus midfielders, defenders, and attackers, which are usually repeatable SBC packs. FIFA World Cup History Makers pack as well, which we'll talk about in a sec. But then these are pretty much all swaps packs, probably 88 plus mid or World Cup icon pack, 83 times 25, 85 times 10. These packs look a lot like swap packs, and these packs look a lot like, repeatable SBC packs. And this is the Prime Gaming pack that we get every single month, which contains 7 gold rare players, 2 player picks, minimum overall 82 plus, and 12 rare consumables. They used to be a lot better, I feel like, but it's still a free pack from EA if you have Amazon Prime, and most people probably have Amazon Prime, right? So this World Cup History Makers pack, it contains 1 FIFA World Cup History Makers player and 1 mid icon or base hero loan player on 7 match loan. So if we look at this article here from EA, the History Makers cards are going to be basically just like a lower rated version of these very high-rated cards in FIFA like Kylian Mbappe, Virgil van Dijk, Federico Valverde, João Felix, Jude Bellingham, etc. And they're paired with either an icon or a hero, and you get those on a loan, and you'll get these sort of cards either on some kind of, like Jordan Ayew probably has a little bit of a boost. Same thing with Endo, but then guys like Van Dijk obviously will have like a downgrade, so they're probably not going to be great cards. Their overalls, though, do boost. If you look right here, their overall will boost twice, once in January and once in February. Nice. Good proofreading. So yeah, that's not much news, but that's something that's coming into the game. So you guys aren't just completely like, what the heck is going on here when they say History Makers? That's kind of what's happening. So here are going to be the new promos, basically for the next, really up until Team of the Year. So this is going to be very interesting. We got the World Cup Team of the Tournament that is coming this Friday, looks like. Then the Winter Wildcards promo on the 23rd. Then FUT Centurions on the January 6th. We're going to get 2 Winter Wildcard weeks, it looks like. So probably because we're going to get swaps. Usually with swap rewards, it's always a 2-week promo. And then we'll get Team of the Year after that. So this is kind of what I was expecting a little bit. So it looks like Team of the Year is going to start on January 13th. Then if this is going by 7 days, which is usually around that time every single year where Team of the Year comes out. But this does have like a lot of implications for the market, though, in my opinion. It really does. Last year, Winter Wildcards was a really good promo, right? We got swaps, we had really good cracked out cards, which caused a lot of panic on the market. If we refresh this page right now in the market, we are seeing kind of it just stay stagnant for the most part. Not a whole lot's happening. Aloe 722, Mbappe 991. Those are 2 of the best cards I like to look at for the market because obviously those are the 2 most like in-demand cards in the game. All the World Cup Phenoms are staying about the same. World Cup Heroes as well staying about the same. So basically what I think the market, if you want to be really far ahead of the curve here, Team of the Tournament's probably going to be a pretty decent promo. Like, the Team of the Tournament's going to probably consist of Neymar, Messi, Jude Bellingham could sneak in there. They're going to shoehorn some English player in there. There's a lot of high-end players that could get into this team. And what would be really cool is if they, made an Enzo Fernandez card that was like 89 rated, 90 rated. I know that Enzo Fernandez just got a showdown card, so it's probably not going to be the case. But you know what I mean? Some kind of player like maybe a Livakovic, Gvardiol, something like that. Some of the really hyped up players that we've seen in this World Cup getting like really juiced out cards. We haven't even seen that yet, like at all, which is just crazy to think about. I figured that we would see a good match from one singular player that maybe is like a bronze or silver card, get like a man of the match card that was cracked out. But that would just be too much fun, so we're not getting that. But Winter Wildcards, I think they're for sure going to make it a good promo, because especially because it's right around the Christmas time, like the Christmas promo, they usually try and do something. I don't know why we're not seeing FUTmas. FUTmas was one of the most popular promos that makes no sense why they got rid of it. I know the last year of FUTMIS was a little disappointing, but that was more like EA pricing the SBCs so badly. Remember there was like FUTMIS, was it FUTMIS Werner? There was some FUTMIS card that was like horribly priced, like laughably so. I don't remember what card it was, but FUTMIS is one of the best promos every year, in my opinion. I have no idea why they've gotten rid of it the last couple of years. It makes no sense to me, but I do think Winter Wildcards is going to be good. It was good last year. My guess is it's going to be similar again this year. Now, FUT Centurions, I have no idea if that's going to be a good promo or not. Here's that card design. It's a really nice card design, don't get me wrong. I have no idea what it could be though. Like, what is the Centurion meaning? I don't know. But then Team of the Year, obviously right after that. We know Team of the Year, obviously, what it does to the market. So what I'm thinking is now that we have like a really nice roadmap of what's to come, obviously the day-to-day content, we have no idea. So, and that's kind of like the most important thing, but this is obviously very important too. But I'm expecting that the market, you know, the height that it's at right now, it's not high, but it's staying pretty stagnant at a decently priced market, right? It's just, I do think these mid to high tier cards, you know, a few 100,000 plus, I think now, especially with this, like confirming what this looks like, I think that when Winter Wildcards drops on the 23rd, I think right before this date is when we're really going to start seeing a major sell-off. I think a day or two before Winter Wildcards comes out is going to be right when that pre-crash could possibly start. I know Team of the Year wouldn't be, you know, till possibly the 13th, which that right now is like just about a month away. You might be asking, like, why would there be a pre-crash 3 weeks before the Team of the Year promo? But I think that right now, what we've seen on the market this year is people are very, very hesitant to hold the cards for a long time. If you remember very early in the year, right now we are at a much more stable market than we've seen all year. You guys remember earlier in the year, we saw drops on the market so often. And I do think it's been a while since we've seen a big market crash. And I'm not saying it's going to happen now. But what I am saying is that I think before this Winter Wildcards promo, I think we'll see a little bit of the downturn begin. I think right now we're probably going to see the peak prices for a lot of the mid-tier to higher tier cards probably happening right now. So this is what I meant when I said I don't mind going untradeable as long as you probably can, honestly. I want to look at the market last year because I'm pretty sure when Winter Wildcards came out last year, what was the date on this? Because like Neymar came out, obviously, and this card was nuts. What's the first day on this? December 17th, looks like. Let's go look at Janola's price. And this is Janola, who, obviously, this was his first year in the game last year, so he was very in demand. Let's look at this FIFA 22 card, which, by the way, look at this card design. This card design is way better than the FIFA 23 card design. If we go to December 17th, when that dropped last year, we look at Janola's price. I wish I could zoom in on this graph a little bit. Can I zoom in? Oh yeah, look at this graph. So right around the time of right where we're at right now, basically, this card's 1.5 million coins is kind of what he is right now, right? And look at the drop here before the Winter Wildcards promo came out. This basically caused Ginola to go down to 1.28 million from 1.52 million. So that's a pretty substantial drop in this Ginola card. And obviously, he peaked before this came out. So this year is coming out the 23rd, right? So my guess is that we're going to see something similar to this. You know, this Ginola card right here never got back to that price. He rebounded afterwards, right? So like a little short little rebound, 1.32 million coins he bounces back up to. But after that, you know, it's over because the Team of the Year pre-crash is like starting to begin. And you basically just pretty much see a pretty steady drop with a little bit of fluctuation here for the most part for a long time. I mean, he peaks at this price, right? He peaks before the Winter Wildcard promo comes out. So this is going to be a similar trend. It's going to look something like this. So that's what I mean with the mid to high tier cards. If you have a Ginola or Mbappe, you have, you know, 400,000 coins plus. This is probably going to be sometime within the next week and a half, the highest point they're going to be all year for the remainder of FIFA. This is what I talked about yesterday. I like selling cards. If you have these really expensive cards, I don't mind it. I think there's just some really hyped up times on FIFA on the way. Obviously, we've had like Boxing Day, a lot of Boxing Day supply over the years. Lightning rounds and stuff could drop the market as well. A lot of stuff coming within the next week or two. And then after that, just is going to cause a lot of panic on the market. But if you want to buy a tradable card or two, it's just fine. But just make sure you understand what the market outlook is for like the next month, basically. It's Path to Glory cards. If you have them, I said this yesterday. I'll remind you guys, I like selling. I don't probably want to hold on to these cards until they get upgraded. I'm talking like Papu Gomez and Romero, and then Griezmann if they win, or Nkunku. I don't want to hold on to them all the way. I think when these cards get to 5-5, they're going to get flooded onto the market a lot. I think it's a good idea to sell them if you have them. So obviously it's like, what the heck is coming for content? Because I don't know. We don't have anything. There's Vlahovic, World Cup Phenom SBC. He didn't like play in the World Cup, so I don't really know why he got chose, but it should be a pretty cool card if they give him like 4/4. It should be cool, I guess, you know, right, guys? Aren't you guys excited for this? Just give us something to grind in the menus. That's all I'm asking. Is it that much to ask for? We've had it for the last 5 years. I don't know. But today was a lot more of just like talking about the future outlook for the market, because we have all that like we kind of like have a roadmap of what's coming. And if you guys want more info on what the market is probably going to do in the next couple days, you can watch yesterday's video for more like in-depth stuff. But I think the market probably will do okay because there's nothing to fucking do on this game. But we can talk about that later, because I want to go in depth a little bit on what they could have done. That a few ideas that like an idiot like me can make sitting in his gamer chair with nerd neck that a billion-dollar corporation could, I guess, implement or think of. I don't know. Am I being salty right now? Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching me every single day. I love all of you, and I'll see you in the next video very, very soon. Peace.